welcome to Kettlebell Corner, episode 1. Today I'm going to be interviewing my wife, Lexy. We've been together for 9 years, married for 7. She's my best friend. We've been through quite a lot together, had a lot of highs, quite a bit of lows, but um, we have been an amazing team since day one. So I'm excited to start this segment for the Stay Hype channel. Um, and of course, I had to have my wife on for the very first episode. Um, so stick around. Let us know what you think after. Comment on what y'all thought about it. And here we go. Okay, we're here, episode 1 of Kettlebell Corner. I'm here with my wife, Lexy. We're going to just jump right in, get right to it. Fitness has been a huge part of our life and our relationship together. So we're going to ask her what her favorite thing about working out is, what it means, and why it means that.
Well, for me, working out is definitely not something that I just do for fun. Like, I enjoy it, of course, like, got to do things that you enjoy. But for me, working out really keeps my like competitive edge alive. Like, I'm somebody who like has to be chasing a goal or chasing progress in order to feel fulfilled. So for me, I enjoy working out and pursuing fitness because it keeps me competitive and it keeps me like mentally and physically aligned, I would say.
One thing for sure, she's a very competitive person. So I think either whether she's just working out and by herself in the garage, or in a group setting, she's very sharp and locked in. Next one's going to be, how has being a mom, affected your life? I guess the biggest challenges as a mom, just in the general sense, and then your biggest victories or your biggest wins as being a mom.
Yeah, so being a mom is the best. I don't really remember life before being a mom, nor do I really want to, but I would say the biggest thing that comes to mind as far as like fitness before parenthood and then fitness during parenthood is just intentionality. So, before fitness looked a lot different. You have more free time. You're really just worried about yourself. Um, Having to stay like mentally engaged is obviously more challenging being a parent if you're especially if you're working out like in the same space as your baby or your toddler. So for me, I think just really in life, but also in fitness, like just intentionality behind like how I operate. So as a parent and as a mom, I don't have an hour and a half to 2 hours in the gym to do whatever I want, when I want, how I want. Like, I have 45 minutes to an hour if I'm lucky. And in that 45 minutes to an hour, I have to be really intentional with my time and what I'm doing, so that I can still get a good workout in.
Um, I think that she said about being intentional. It's when before having a kid, like even if you're getting up before work, I think as a parent, most of the time it's your reason for being intentional with your time is mainly because of your kid. Or if like you're working out in your garage or working out with them with like if you bring them to Kids Crunch or something where there's a time limit, basically a ticking time bomb once you start and once they're in that babysitting or being looked after. Um, Trying to get it done as quick as you can so that way you can get them and move on. In regards to faith, being a Christian woman, do you have a Bible verse or a story in the Bible that you kind of resort to, in whether it be in times of victory, in praise and worship, or in times of um, being in the valley and going through struggles and hard times?
Yeah, so one of my favorite verses is actually in Second Timothy. So it's Second Timothy 1:7, and it's God does not give us a spirit of fear, but one of power, peace, and like sound mind. And for me, that's just a really big one because, um, really no matter what phase I am in life or anything that, I'm going through, like life is hard, but um, just kind of reflecting on that verse, like anything that doesn't come from the Lord, I should know it. because it's giving me some sort of feeling of anxiety or fear. And that's not the mind and the heart that the Lord wants us to have. Like He created us to be um, peaceful and also powerful. So for me, just relying on like the Lord's strength, but also like His peace in my life to keep me aligned in the things that I should be aligned with is really important.
And just to piggyback off of that, I was reading Ecclesiastes this morning and kind of going off that same thing. Like his timing is perfect, and because if we trust him fully, and we're human, and we will go through times of uncertainty and not understanding like what's happening, and especially going through hard times. But like his plan is perfect, his timing is perfect. So it's up to us to just live our life happily and loving and kind, and everything like it says will his timing is perfect and will work out the way it should. um, Moving on to your career and your job as a boss babe and power woman. Tell us a little bit about your job, your career, what your position is, and kind of like, without going I guess too crazy, like what your responsibilities are, and then I guess the highs and your favorite parts, and things that you don't really like about it on a day to day.
Okay, well, I love my job. So for the past 2 years, I've been working for Crunch Fitness here in Temple as part of the Undefeated Tribe franchise. So that is the name of our franchise group. And since January, I took over our Temple location as managing partner. And essentially, what that means is that on a day-to-day basis, I run and operate the gym like an owner operator would, but from a leadership standpoint, um, I am the leader within those four walls. And as a managing partner, we have a lot of focus and um, really our company is relying on us from a leadership standpoint to provide our company with the next generation leaders. So there's the business side, but then there's also the leadership side. And then as a partner, I'm financially invested into our location in the company. Favorite parts of my job? There's a lot. Favorite parts of my job. I never thought I would find a job that really like encapsulates everything that I am as a person, but also like who I want to be later in life, and a job that just completely full circle like supports me and my needs, but also my family's needs. Um, and that's emotionally and financially too. But favorite parts of my job is the people. So a large part of our who we are as a tribe, our mission statement is to transform lives, transform people, and that's really our purpose. So for me, being able to do that from, yes, a member standpoint, but also again from a leadership standpoint, being able to influence and impact the team members that are on my team, and prepare them for their goals and their life trajectory and hopefully their career trajectory within the tribe is really huge. So those are my favorite aspects of it. Obviously, with in any leadership role, you have a lot of pressure. I work for a performance based industry, so there's just a constant pressure to perform, a constant pressure to lead and develop. And whereas that's a huge blessing, especially if you're somebody who's um, like competitive and loves that style of work and feels like fulfilled through that. It is also really difficult. That part of my brain can never really turn off, and it's a 24-hour business, so that means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Um, there's always somebody that is needing you and relying on you. So yeah.
Last one, and then we'll go into some rapid fire questions. This will be a question I ask every single person on or that comes to the Kettlebell Corner. If you could change anything about your life, or would you change anything about your life? Um, and if so, what would it be?
No, I don't think so. Um, it's a tough question. I mean, I think we always at some point in your adult life, you probably look back and wish that there were things that you'd have done differently. I mean, I definitely do. I don't really think we need to get into that. But as far as like where my life is right now, um, no, I think that our lives like progress and we go through hard times and great times and fail and succeed at the rates that we should. And it's all a learning lesson. So, no.
So we're gonna do some rapid fire questions. You don't need to take the mic. It's just gonna be quick answers. We're gonna do pizza or pasta,
Pasta,
blue or pink,
blue,
beach or mountains,
beach,